Hi, good afternoon, and welcome to another episode of Tea Time Tarot with Dimple. We have Dimple joining us today for a special session. We welcome Dimple. Welcome to another wonderful session. And
Thank you so much.
as discussed last time as well, we would continue to do how you'll meet your soulmate as well as answer the queries that we receive on our email address.
Sure,
Right.
why not?
All right, so let's get started. It's a special day for Dimple as well. It's a marriage anniversary, so we'll just wish her as well. Happy wedding
Thank you.
anniversary, Dimple.
Thank you
Since the
so much.
show is, how do you meet your soulmate or how will you meet your soulmate? So, we just want to, that's just a quirky question. But I wanted to understand, were you able to detect how you will meet your soulmate?
Yeah, of course. So I started tarot card reading around 2010-11, and I remember when I was 32 years, my parents were really worried for me, and they were like, "Dunya ka batati firti hai, and what about you?" And this is one question which I wanted to run away from because you're living with your parents, and you are doing, like prediction for yourself. So I told them that ladka darwaza khatkata ke aayega. Now there were two key things
Oh,
here. दरवाजा खटखटा के आएगा and the first thing he'll require is help. So he'll say
oh,
that, can you help me? And apparently my father has a property which is there on the ground floor, and we stay on the fifth floor in a beautiful tower. So there are many security levels. So my father said, why don't you shift in the ground floor house, because वहां तो कोई help मांगने आ सकता है, fifth floor पे तो कोई आएगा नहीं. Apparently the day when I was supposed to meet my husband, my maid accidentally, like turned off the bell of the door. So my
oh.
husband was banging it so loudly that my father got scared that, you can't है जो ऐसे कर रहा है. And the first thing that he asked me was, he gave me 2,000 bucks and he came to learn Reiki with me. And he said, can you give me 2,000 rupees change? I have the rickshaw waiting down. So this is how I met my soulmate. So interestingly, both the key things, happened, and I was shocked because, you predicting for yourself and that thing coming true, and that also I predicted that it will happen in the month of September. So yeah, here I am
Wonderful.
today, 5 years of marriage.
Wonderful. All right. So let's hope that predictions for others also come true. We have a few requests already. Anushri Das from West Bengal. We already shared the details with you, Dimple. She also wants to know how will she meet, when will she get married, and how her married life would be.
Sure, Anushri.
For everyone joining us right now, if you want to know how you'll meet your soulmate or if you have any query, just leave it in the chat box and we'll definitely answer that. We would need your date of birth, time of birth, place of birth. If that is not available, then just leave your query and Dimple would do a quick tarot read for you. All right. I
So
think Dimple is
basically,
ready.
yeah. Initially, for you, I see a Fanta fabulous marriage. The reason why I say Fanta fabulous marriage, because I see you traveling a lot after marriage. So I think this is what every girl desires. And apparently, this marriage will, solemnize through a broker. So it will be a proper arranged marriage. It will be through a broker. So I wish you all the best.
Okay. And how would her married life be?
It's going to be fantastic. She'll be very happy. She'll travel a lot.
All right. Wonderful. Let's move on to our next request. That's Suwasini Prasad. Her date of birth is 31st July 1997. Time is 1:15 and she's from Belgaum, Karnataka. And I'm guessing the question is how she'll meet her soulmate. Okay, we are getting a lot of requests. You'll have to be a little patient. In case we are not able to answer your queries, you can always drop in your questions on our email. That is teatimeastro@gmail.com. That is also available on our website, timesnownews.com/spiritual. So do send us a mail and we'll try to answer your queries. If not today, then on the next episode. Right, Dimple? After
So,
six.
Suhani, you will, come across this person, through someone who is, like talking a lot of legal or technical language. Anyone in your house, especially a male member who has this habit of talking about government, law, and things like that, they will, refer the guy for you. It's going to be more of, like arrange come love. So, basically, like while you are in your courtship period, you will fall in love with this person. That person is going to be a very righteous person, and that is the reason why perhaps the family member of yours would select that person for you.
All right, so Vasini, all the best with that. Let's move on to Aisha. She has also shared her date of birth, but her timing is not confirmed. So,
So
Dimple,
we'll do
if
it
you
with
could
tarot.
just, yes, thank you. Aisha will be doing a tarot, and Dimple is going to tell you how you will be meeting your soulmate.
It will be clearly through a family, from your mom's side. Someone would have like traveled and perhaps come to your state or
Uh,
to
Dimple,
your
I
city.
think the internet connection is lagging a
Perhaps
little. Hi. Dimple, I think the internet
yeah.
connection is
So
lagging a little.
perhaps there
So,
will be a lot of pressure city. It's an arranged marriage thing, and he would be, like someone referred through your mom's family.
okay. We'll move on to another question that is from Anagha, and she wants to know if she will be financially independent in her 30s. She's a young girl, so if you can just quickly answer. Um, we would like to inform our viewers in case you are asking a general question, then Dimple usually does a tarot read for you. Astro, in case you have any specific Astro request, we would request you to send it on email because it's a little difficult to cover it in the half hour slot that we have.
So, Anika, the kind of targets that you have set for yourself, majorly you will achieve them at the age of 36, not before that. Like definitely it's happening in 30s, and primarily your friend circle and your network circle will be, like highly responsible for, helping you achieve your goals. So, have a good relationship with all of them.
All right. Networking is the key, Anaga. Let's move on to our next question. That's from Shivangi Maharana. And she wants to know if she will marry the person in her mind.
So, Shivangi, you said, right?
Yes.
So, Shivangi, the thing is that like your relationship will be like exactly the way the previous marriage in your house happened. So, perhaps your cousin's marriage or your family member's marriage. I see a strong possibility of the marriage happening. However, like there is a possibility even your cousin, brother, sister, whoever it is, they also had a love marriage. So, you will also have a love marriage, and this with this person only. Don't worry.
Okay, wonderful. Move on to the next question from Riddhi Singham. She has shared her date of birth, place of birth, 15 September 1999. Riddhi Singh, sorry, I think that's the name. Riddhi Singh, 15 September 1999, 5:50 a.m. and place is Modi Nagar. She wants to know when she will get married, how will the person be, and would it be a love marriage?
So, you mentioned the time as.
5:50 a.m.
So the city is not mentioned in the application. So let's check through tarot.
All right. Um,
So primarily the marriage will happen, like by a rishta suggested by a pandit. And the pandit will be, someone who's, bought by your mother, not by any other person. And primarily this person is going to be a nice person, very helpful person with whom you'll get married. And let me check, when is a marriage meant for you? So yeah, there is time for marriage. I believe you need to, have some kind of financial independence, because after your marriage, you will require to support your, life partner, even if they would not want you to work, immediately. But perhaps, like after 2 3 years, there's a need for, you helping them out. So I would suggest you that you speak to your parents, become financially independent before you get married.
All right. Wonderful. All right. We would move on to our next question for everybody else. You can also send in your queries to teatimeastro@gmail.com. We have that email ID open, and in case we're not able to answer your questions now, we'll have Dimple answer your questions in the next show, which would be aired next Friday at 3:30. All right, let's move on to another question from Devanshi. She's from Lucknow, and she wants to know if she can expect professional growth this year.
Sorry, I don't see, like that happening. There are disappointments at your workplace. And primarily what I particularly feel is that despite of you, like having a tough fight with the HR and your bosses, howsoever it will take, approximately 3 years for you to settle, not before that.
Okay, you hold on there, Devanshi. Let's move on to this question. It's a very interesting question. Yolanda Davis. I hope I'm saying the name right. She September born, 1973. She wants to know what is coming towards me. Dimple. That's a very vast. I think it's a very open question, but she wants to know what is coming towards me.
So, if you are a working professional, then there is a possibility that, cards are suggesting that you should stick back to your job. If you're a working professional, there is a possibility in another 5 to 6 months' time, not now, you will get a good appraisal. So, that can come. And if you're not a working professional, then also after 5 to 6 months, whatever you are doing in life, or perhaps, there is some kind of financial gain which is coming from your family. So, wish you all the best for that.
Okay, all right. Let's move on to the next question. Ashia wants to know कि life में किस field में कामयाबी मिलेगी. She is from Delhi.
So you will get, a lot of money through social media networks. So either you can become an influencer, or perhaps if you start selling something online, you have success in online business. So please go ahead and do something online. You will make lots of money.
All right, Ashia, all the best for that. Shivangi has another question for us. She wants to know that she has an interview on May 29th. Will she be able to crack it?
I'm sorry, there will be a lot of problems on salary negotiations in case you are meeting the HR, or perhaps like a lady who is negotiating with you. They may have a lot of negative remarks written about you. So I don't think so. It's happening. Otherwise, what you can do is like whenever they ask you to come down for an interview, you can just take like some kind of rock salt, and whether it is the rock salt is senna namak, and just put it in a bucket of water, take bath with it. This is just a remedy, but I feel like your fate is not supporting you that day, but you can still try this remedy.
Okay. All the best. We have another very specific question. I'm sorry, I really cannot. So, Dimple, help us over here. Sanjana Singh wants to know what change does 5 is to 5 portal bring for me? Um, if that means.
So I feel this portal, first of all, I don't know what this portal is, but definitely it's a blessing in disguise for you because it will give you a lot of potentials, a lot of potential clients, or like money comes to you. You will be able to travel, within India with this money.
Okay. All right. Uma Bhata. I hope I'm saying that right. Uma Bhata. She has shared the date time. She's from Udupi. Her date of
Mhm.
birth is 29th July 1992, and the time is 11:15 a.m. So Uma wants to know if she it will be a love marriage in Hindu community, and will the marriage be successful, and when will it happen?
You mentioned 11:15 Udupi, and what was the date of birth?
29 July 1992. While Dimple does the calculation, we would request our viewers to sending your queries to us on teatimeastro@gmail.com. It would, if you're able to answer this question now, we would. In case we are not, we'll try to answer your queries next time. Right, Dimple, off to you.
So the marriage is going to be, like first of all, late. I don't see a marriage, before the age of 35. And the marriage will happen with someone who is, like a little darker in complexion in comparison to what you are. The marriage is going to be, like a love marriage kind of a, situation, or perhaps you'll meet this person through, someone who's very nice person, a very religious person, like perhaps someone from your friend circle, and there is a possibility that when you meet them, it will be daytime, so you might meet them for like an early coffee at around 4ish or something like that. And there's a possibility, like it will be a global cafe like a Starbucks. So
Okay.
don't go to a CCD, go to a Starbucks, or anything which is global in your city. Definitely, like the rishta will happen, and yeah, just look for this cue. The guy is going to be darker than you.
Okay, wonderful. All the best with that. We have another question. Swikriti Sahu wants to know, how is MBA for me, and will it turn out to be a successful career?
Yeah, she'll do very good in any kind of administrative job. I suggest that you should do MBA in finance specifically, because I'm getting all cards which are denoting success in finance. Avoid doing anything related to marketing, because over there you might like have issues, or perhaps you will have like less income, which will frustrate you, and then again you will branch on to MBA in finance. So why not take it from beginning?
Okay. All right. Let's move on to the next question. Kayati Tiwari wants to know if she has any chances to settle abroad.
She can, but it will be after her marriage, and primarily the man will be the leading force for taking her to a foreign country. And yes, she'll save money, but there is a possibility she may come back to India after a certain age.
All right. Okay. We have another question. It's not a question, it's just a word that Shivangi has shared with us. Shivangi Agarwal wants to know about a baby. I am hoping, or I'm guessing, that Shivangi wants to understand when can she expect a baby. Shivangi, in case we are off over here, then please do drop in the question again.
So you will get pregnant after 2 years, and the baby's delivery will be in the third month, third year. What I would suggest you is I want you to take a small mannat. If you get pregnant and after you deliver your baby, you will just take like $50 of candies, like a pulses a candy, or like any khatti mitti chocolate, and you will distribute it to girls. Definitely, God will listen to your prayers and you'll get pregnant.
All right. All the best, Shivangi. May God listen to your prayers. And all right. So that's about it, Dimple. We would take another pause, and we would urge you to, possibly share some positive mantra with our viewers that they can do in order to, bring in some happy vibes, especially today, So anything which you have to share with our viewers.
Apparently, what happened with me, Kanika, is also very interesting. As a child, I would always detest marriage. And what we speak is what we actually secretly communicate with the universe. So I was pushing it that I don't want to get married, I don't want to get married, those kind of things. And I remember when I predicted for myself, that I'm going to get married at the age of when I'll be 35. So I was damn scared that September आने वाला है, January से मेरा preparation चालू हो गया था. And what I would do on a daily basis was, because I had left so much negativity in the universe about pushing my marriage and not getting married, and now I wanted to get married, in that awareness level. So I started playing like songs of Salman Khan, which were like had lyrics like Sehra ban ke aaya re and all of those kind of things. So like this is how you train your brain.
Okay.
Positive affirmations play a very important role in your life, instead of talking negative things, because like universe says tathastu for everything, whether in this life or some life. So what you need
Yeah.
to do is you need to train your brain that marriage is meant for me, or this particular kind of appraisal is meant for me. And especially for appraisal also, I have a very beautiful mantra. It's very very simple. It says, I'm the magnet of money. Money comes to me easily, automatically, and effortlessly. Now this is how your relationship with your money should be.
Okay.
But
All
what
right.
we
That's
as human.
interesting. Let's just repeat that once again for our viewers, the
Yeah,
mantra.
sure. So I am the magnet of money. I attract money easily, automatically, and effortlessly. Because since childhood, we've been trained that we have to do lots and lots of hard work, and then only we will have money. But look at so many celebrity children, a lot of richy rich children. They're born with like a golden spoon. So why not have that kind of a relationship with money for us also? So keep positive, transmit positive thoughts in the universe, and definitely it will happen to you.
Wonderful. That's a beautiful thought, Dimple. And we'll just take one last question before we wrap up for the day. Hamaira Bano wants to know if there is any chance of educational success this year for me.
So your good period starts from August this year, and it is there for another, one more year. So like till next 2024 August. So I would, suggest that, like take the risk because your period is supporting you.
All right. Wonderful. All the best, Hamaira. Dimple, can we ask you for another query? We have another one. And since it's for education, I'm getting a little up. So Sejal Shah wants to know if she would be able to get into the best university and get a successful career. She's 2006 born, so I'm guessing she's still in school.
So, Sejal, first of all, I would like to, tell you one thing. Your destiny is very strong. Get into any university which is, affordable. Don't, pinch your father, like too hard, because you are yet to, have that kind of income. And you will be very successful in life wherever you go. So, it's not the best university. What you're doing in life will, like fetch you good income. And I believe that you are a sincere person. So, you will be very successful. Wish you all the best.
All right. All the best, Angel, and thank you so much, Dimple. Those are wonderful words to leave. We would wrap up the show. We'll just quickly thank our viewers once again for joining us till next Friday. Send in your queries, and we'll catch up then. Thanks, Dimple. Thank you,
Thank
everyone.
you so much.
Have a
Good
good
night.
day. Bye bye.